What is Tensorart and what's it for? Well, as you can see, Tensorart is an AI that basically lets us create images and even videos entirely online through their website. It offers tons of options like using their models to generate images plus various workflows and AI image styles you can play with. Let's explore all the options in Tensorart and how we can use its features easily, okay? First, on the left sidebar, we have Home Models, which I'll show you, including LoRa models, apps, posts, workflows, top rankings, and channels for generating images or videos. Some models even create videos, like version 1. 2.1, you can click on any of these to see what each section offers. First, let's look at the models section, where you'll find all the models, including those with LoRa. So, what does this mean? For those unfamiliar, LoRa is essentially a model trained on specific images. This allows it to generate images in a particular style or manner. As you can see, I've trained them with these. Okay, so you can use this LoRa to generate your images, alright? Everything's pre-trained within the app itself. If you want to make your own LoRa, check out FluxJim's video. Next is the apps section, showing AI's uses in specific cases. As you can see, the latest releases are shown first, okay? And then the apps section with tools like Anime, and quick tools too. Here we have guide drafts, background removal, image enlarging, and more. Next is the publication section, showing all the posts and updates they've made. Then there's the workflow section, with different job workflows and nodes. This lets you generate images more specifically just as you want. After that, you'll find rankings of the top creators. These are more app features like the anime and portrait sections I mentioned. Tensorart also has a search bar to find exactly what you want to do. There's also a create section with options like classic flow mode and real-time generation. This part is up to you to explore. Lastly, you can upgrade to Pro, join their Discord, and a bit more. These are all the features this program offers. As you can see, it's comprehensive for easily creating AI images with Tensor AI. How can we create AI images using Tensorart? Well, we'll go to the models section, where you can see we have many models with their LoRa. Each LoRa is trained on images to produce results like what you're seeing on screen now, right? Basically, each has its own thumbnail showing the design you'll use. For this, we'll use a realistic one like this Flux model with its own LoRa. To start the image creation process, we'll click on Run. Once we run it, as you can see, we can start adjusting parameters. First, let me tell you about the base model you'll use. The base model, to put it simply, is where the image starts from. I've just changed the base model to Flux.1, okay? And then we have what are called LoRa's. These are the LoRa's I have selected. We'll remove this for realism. You can add more LoRa's or embeddings later for details, or mix LoRa's for different effects. Next, we have the VAE, which is essentially a tool that processes and generates the image. There are different types, okay? Each serves a different purpose. For example, this one here is for anime. It's safe for images, but you have other VAEs to try out, like the clear VAE or cute, depending on your desired image style. It'll create a similar image using the VAE, starting from this base to generate the final result. We'll leave it on auto and decide how we want the aspect ratio, portrait, landscape, square, okay? Or we can customize it if we want something very specific. Then we could edit the seed, which would help us get different images. If you use the same seed, you'll get identical images. Random seeds give different results. So, as you can see, leaving it empty will give you random seed. Finally, we can use an encoder to reduce size and add options like upscale for better quality. I might recommend this depending on how large you want your image file to be. Obviously, the more features you add, the larger the file and the longer it'll take to generate. If you're unsure which upscale to use, I recommend Bicubic, okay? Bicubic can also generate sharper images for you. Finally, as always, the last step is to enter the prompt. It's important to do this in English for better results and machine understanding. Lastly, choose how many images to create. Up to 4 with Pro, otherwise 2, then hit generate. As you see here, it'll show how many points you'll spend to generate this image. You'll need to verify you're human, then it'll automatically start generating the image. Note, the upscale feature I showed is only for Pro plans, not free one. As you can see on screen, it's generated that hyper-realistic image for me. It's exactly what I asked for. A girl in a luxury hotel drinking tea and reading. The details are incredible, letting you easily create high-quality images like this. How can we remove an image background using Tensor's AI? Well, we'll go to the application section and find the AI background remover. Let's open it. As you can see, all we need to do is upload an image to remove the background. I've uploaded this car image. Let's click go. It'll take 120 seconds to process, and as you can see, it has already removed the background. Here's the car image without any background. Let's download it and check the quality. The final result is incredible. Look how clean the cut is. It's better than Photoshop. Seriously amazing. Now you know how to do it easily. Just upload and it does the rest with incredible detail. Let's see how we can use AI to remove unwanted elements from our images, okay? It's a simple way to clean up those Instagram photos where people appear in the background. To do this, we'll go to Applications, then Quick Tools, and finally AI Eraser. As you can see, you just upload the image and it automatically erases what you want to remove. I've uploaded this dog photo, and now we'll show the AI what we want to delete by using InPaint. I want to remove the frisbee, so I'll make the brush smaller in some areas, okay? This allows us to be more precise and accurate. Now that I've marked the disc, albeit a bit oddly, we'll hit confirm and then go. And that's when I'd start the elimination process. Let's see how it turns out. As you can see, here's the final result it generated. This one was really tricky. I chose a complex image of a dog, so it had to change the entire background, but it did a great job. I mean, look at the size of those paws on this dog, right? It's actually too big to be honest, but from a distance, it looks very realistic and was done easily. This was tough, not easy at all, but it came out flawless. So now you know how to remove unwanted elements from your photos. And wow, you all look great. If you want to keep the image but remove something specific, now you know how. Let's see how we can swap faces in photos using Tensorart. We'll go to the Applications section and then to AI face swapping. As you can see, it shows an example image of what this AI does. It takes the image and swaps this face with the lady's. We need to provide the initial image we want to change and the face we want to swap it with. To make it more complex, I changed the top image to swap with this girl's face, as she had a gesture of looking at flowers. Let's hit go and see how it does. And as you can see, this is the final result it gave me. As you might notice, there are small marks detected as artifact related to the glasses the girl was wearing. So if you want glasses, use photos with glasses. If not, use ones without. You know, just to avoid what happened to me. Let's compare. As you can see, this was the starting image, okay? And this is the girl we've swapped faces with. As we see, the face is similar. Lips, nose. Only the eyebrows changed to dark, matching her hair, but the shape is identical. It's incredible. Now you know how to do an easy face swap. How can we enhance our image quality using AI? Well, let's go to Applications in Tensorart, specifically the AI Image Upscaler section. Here, as you can see, there are various examples of what you can achieve with this tool. For instance, this pixelated image has been transformed into this clearer one. To start, we'll upload the image we want to upscale or improve in quality. In this case, I've uploaded this image, and now we just need to select some saved models. For example, I have this quote flux.one quote model here, which I'm going to use. If you want to specify exactly what to enhance, you can use this pencil tool, okay? Just sweep over and select the areas you want to improve, and it'll only affect those parts. Anyway, we'll leave it as is, hit go, and it'll automatically start the upscale. As you can see, we've reached the final result. Here's the upscaled, enhanced image. Let's compare the before and after. It might look the same at first glance, but there's a real difference. Look closely at the details, especially the wood texture where the pencil rests. Notice how much sharper the pixels are, particularly in the leaf. Everything appears much more detailed, with each pixel more refined. That's how you can enhance your images with just one click using Tensorart. Now you know how to do it yourself. Let's see how to change image backgrounds with Tensorart. We'll go to Applications, then to the Perfect Background section. We'll enter this, and as you can see, it shows us a bit of what we can do with this model, okay? First thing we'll do to start is choose the image we want to edit. In my case, it'll be this car. Then we'll input the prompt for what we want in the image background. So it'll keep the car, right? And we'll tell it what we want in the background. I've set it to be on a racetrack. Next, we'll specify the photo's subject, what stays from the original. Here, it's the car, so the AI knows what's key and how to generate around it. Finally, you can adjust the measurements slightly. I won't change them, but we'll hit go to automatically change the background. As you can see, it has already produced the final result. This is the final result using the image we provided. Let's take a closer look. If we apply an upscaler from this app, which I've shown in another video, it'll look incredible. For those unfamiliar, upscalers basically improve image quality. Using it here would reduce pixelation, making the image look much better and truly amazing. Imagine the possibilities. Turn a bottle photo into a studio quality image like the example below. We can do so much with this background change, creating studio-like images with just one click. Now you know how to do this easily. How can we generate images like in Comfy UI, but more simply with Tensorart? Well, let's take a look. We'll go to Create and select Workflow Mode, which is how we'd use Comfy UI. It's amazing to work with workflows, and in my view, Comfy UI is one of the best image creation tools out there. In fact, we have a full Comfy UI tutorial on our channel if you want to check it out. Now we'll create a new workflow. You'll see various templates for different functions, but we could start with a completely blank template. We'll use a blank template so you can learn how to build anything from scratch with these workflows. What you're seeing on screen is a basic workflow to create images easily without being an expert. Obviously, when you open a new workflow, it'll be blank. I'll show you how to add each of these options. So, how do we add the options? Double click anywhere to open the node finder. Nodes are these sections. Just search for the ones I've added. Unloader, 2-clip text, empty latent image, case sampler, VAE code, and save image. I won't explain each section in detail. If you want to know how they work, we have a video on the Comfy UI channel that goes in depth on what each option does. If you want to create your own image, first we'd have the empty image, which we connect to the case sampler's latent image. This basically determines the format of our final image output. Next, we have the loader where we can choose our preferred model. I use FluxTep, but you can select any of these models you see here and connect it to the case sampler. Then we'd connect the text that we want as a positive prompt to the sampler. This is what we want in the image. For the negative, we'd put what we don't want, like text or watermark. Once we've connected this and set our desired prompt, remember, always use English prompts for these AI systems. We'll move to the final step, connecting the latent to samples in the VAE code and linking this VAE here. With that connected, we'll link the clip to the clip encode, okay? Then the text encode, add another from the same clip to text encode, and finally connect image to image from VAE code to save image. With everything connected and prompts set, we simply need to execute it. This will create our first image easily using this super basic yet functional workflow. You can make workflows as complex as you like, explore different types, and even improve your images with advanced techniques. With this workflow, you can take an image and create an upscale section. As you can see here, we have upscale. Click upscale image to easily scale your image. Just connect image to image from this upscale, and it'll significantly improve your image quality. By experimenting and tweaking things, you can achieve a lot. Let's hit run, and as you can see, it's already started generating that image. Important tip: change save image to preview image before running. Remember, you have limited attempts. It won't let me keep executing because there's a limited number of workflows unless you have a paid plan, so be careful with that. This is how you can easily use a workflow to create your images. If you want more text to image workflows like this, here's another free example in the program. It's very similar, also a text to image workflow. Now you know how to work in Tensorart just like you would in Comfy UI. And finally, the million-dollar question: how much might it cost to use Tensorart's paid plan? You have the free plan with plenty of points for images, but what's the price for a premium subscription? Well, as you can see, these are the available payment plans. First, we get 50 free points to test it out. Then, we have the paid options, the 30-day Pro plan, which unlocks all Pro features in the app. This includes better image generation models and all Pro options. Essentially, it's full access for 30 days priced at $9.90. Next, the second plan, unlocking Pro for 90 days at $20, which is $10 less than buying 3 30-day plans. The yearly plan is $60 total. With this, you'd get 300 daily credits for image generation instead of the 50 I currently have on the standard plan. So right now, with a free standard plan, you get 50 daily credits, but with Pro, you get 300. You can create up to 10 tasks at once, while the standard plan only allows 1. You also get priority creation for 3 tasks. You can do up to 5 Comfy Flows tasks compared to only 2 in the standard plan. The Pro plan also lets you generate AI videos, which isn't available in standard. This could be really useful long term. And we also have everything related to upscaling, okay? It's about using an upscaler to improve image quality and how many images we can create at once. As you see in the Pro plan, we can create 4 images, while in the standard plan, only 2. So as you can see, the features are significantly better. In fact, they're twice as good in all cases, and even more in some. And as you can see down here, you get 60 steps to generate the images. What does this mean? It'll improve details and work more on those processes. So if you wanted to know what the Pro plan offers over the standard, this is what you get. Then there's the credits section where you can buy more 3,000 credits for €10, 10,000 for $30, and 30,000 for $60. But remember, with the Pro or Standard plan, you get 50 daily credit, and with Pro, you get 300 daily, so you can manage them for daily use. A common question I get is, do these credits accumulate daily? They don't accumulate. You get 300 each day. If unused, the next day you'll still have 300. This repeats daily, okay? Important. These credits don't roll over. So now you know the payment plans and can decide if they interest you.